No doubt, the disappointment of semi-final defeat, coupled by the need to redeem oneself in one game that is on its way now.
Yeah, so near and yet so far, and a manager who can be proud of the fact that his players have given him everything, and now he has to find a way of asking for more, and somehow put such a huge disappointment out of their heads. The type of day, I think, that'll single out the top pros and their attitude.
So it's away we go then.
Kovacic. Sosa. Hakimi. Amala. Buffal. Brozovic.
Kovacic tries to get it forward quickly. He's making good use of his strength there. Shoots! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Kramaric sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
Strong punch. Chance!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Passard.
Buffal.
Gets wrestled off the ball.
Pasalic. Pasalic.
Tries making a foray down the right. That'll be a throw-in. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Hoists it forward. Amrabat.
Ziyech. Amala.
Plays it over to the other flank.
Kovacic. Modric. Lovren.
Across the field it goes.
Amala.
Asrari.
And it's Buffal.
Keeps everyone guessing. It's a goal kick.
Modric.
He's got away. Played back in.
Buffal. Oh, nice touch.
Amrabat.
Hakimi. Ziyech.
Kramaric. Dashing forward at pace. This is promising.
Brozovic.
Plays it out to the wing.
And it's Ziyech. Amrabat.
It's their first effort on goal.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Lovren gets Ziyech with a shot! And he heaves it forward.
Buffal.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Buffal gets it back. Amala. Ziyech. Amrabat. Brozovic. And it's Brozovic. Sosa. Kovacic. Lovren. Modric. Kovacic. Forward it goes. Shoots! It's broken loose. And it's Sosa. Kovacic. Modric. Amala. Amrabat. And it's played forward. Kovacic. Pasalic. Brozovic. Pasalic. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Amala. Amrabat. Amala. Amrabat. Ziyech goes looking. Hits one! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Modric hoists it forward. Hakimi. Amala. Asrari. And it's played forward. Morocco making a good start. Nice level of intensity in their play. Croatia couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Pasalic. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Hakimi. Amala. Asrari. Oh, some tackle that. Amala battles to win it back. Asrari. Buffal. Amala. Asrari. Buffal. Out to the left it goes. And it's Buffal. Amala. Amrabat. Ziyech. It's anyone's ball. Oh, really good feet from him. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. That is terrific skill. It's in, he flies! Great effort, he flew in with courage.
Amrabat may have slightly misjudged the timing, but there was nothing wrong with the intent.
Lovren. Modric. Kovacic.
Forward it goes.
Kovacic. Sosa. Ziyech. Kramaric. Hakimi.
Tries to get it forward quickly.
Pasalic.
Gets into the right position to intercept. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Asrari has been caught there, it's a foul.
And that's out of reach.
Brushed off the ball there. Asrari drives it forward, looking for space out wide. Header! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Buffal. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Yeah, and it's been like a breath of fresh air to their attack. I think that switching of flanks has finally created a new and for me, much more dangerous dimension.
Modric. Lovren.
Lovren goes looking. Morocco have it back and they can go again.
Hakimi.
Amala. Asrari.
Pasalic.
Is the guilty party there? Asrari. Now it's Buffal. Foot in.
Brozovic. Kovacic. Lovren. Kovacic. Lovren. Modric.
Forward it goes. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
Modric. Lovren. Kovacic.
He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out.
Oh, real danger here! Gets the better of his man. Perisic delivers. Oh, that's an own goal!
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out. I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one.
Well, you can't ask for much better than that, Peter. Bang, bang, two in double quick time.
Amrabat. Croatia went ahead through an own goal, and the score is 1-0. Brozovic. Modric. Kovacic. Sosa. Tries lifting it over. Masradi attempts a clearance. Hakimi. Amala. Masradi. Hoists it forward. Kramaric. Out towards the flank. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
And that's been levered clear. And it's played forward. Has he found his man? Brozovic. Cuts it out. Zayek. Masradi. Amala. And it's Buffal. And the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Tries to get it forward quickly. Brozovic. Modric. Kovacic. Lovren. Modric. Perisic. Sosa. Amrabat. Hoists it forward. Forward it goes. Modric. Lovren. Lovren plays it forward. Buffal. Amrabat. Hakimi. Amala. Hoists it forward. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Perisic. Brozovic. Sosa. And that is as far as they're going to go. Morocco keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Tries to get it forward quickly. Forward it goes. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Modric. Kovacic. Perisic. Almost half an hour in now. Here's Sosa. Kovacic. Perisic. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Amrabat battles to win it back. Hakimi. Sosa. And here's Perisic. Perisic spreads it towards the left. Asrani gets good distance on it. Croatia get it back again. And it's Pasalic. It's a loose ball. He's looking to get there first. Beautifully done. Brozovic. Modric. Back into the middle. Now it's Pasalic. There will be a throw-in. Buffal. Amrabat. Kovacic. Buffal. He's found his man. Livakovic catches it safely. Hakimi. Asrari. Amrabat. Hakimi. Tries to switch the play. Modric. And it's got through. Has a pop! Not this time.
Morocco can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Asrari. Buffal tries to stroke it through. Good clearance and very necessary. Pasalic. Sosa. Kovacic. Sosa pushes to get on the end of it. Asrari. And it's played forward. Done very well to intervene. Kovacic. Modric. Now it's Pasalic. Pasalic is fouled. And that's going to be a booking. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Brozovic. Brozovic. It's come loose. Here's Sosa. Modric. Brozovic.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good.
Hakimi. Amrabat.
Hoists it forward.
Modric. Kovacic. Modric. Kovacic.
Forward it goes. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers.
Amrabat.
Tries to get it forward quickly.
Sosa. Kovacic. Lovren. Brozovic.
Lovren plays it forward. Hadosic needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Kramaric. He gets past his man.
Cleared without complication. And it's Sosa. Perisic. Modric.
Played into the middle.
And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone.
Asrari. Amrabat. Just brushed off the ball there. Kramaric. He wasn't being fooled. Loose ball, who's going to get that? He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Over to the left. Oh, good interception.
Lovren. Kovacic. Lovren. Modric.
And it's played forward.
Amrabat.
Asrari. Decent looking ball. Buffal. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Tries to get it clear. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Amrabat. Modric. Hakimi.
Ziyech.
Hakimi.
And here's Ziyech. Oh, sweet feet. A chance to play it in.
Amrabat.
Asrari. Oh, it's Buffal. He's had a shot! Oh, that's a fine save!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Lovren plays it forward.
Amala.
Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Amrabat.
Ziyech. Hadosic gets it back.
Kramaric. And it's Pasalic. Driving on, a real charge here. Has a hit! And the ball's come out. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Defending of the desperate variety. And here's Kovacic.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Amrabat. Amala. Masrari. Oh, it's Boufal. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Brozovic. Kovacic. Forward it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Kovacic hits that long. And there's the end of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Croatia leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Hakimi, Amrabat. Brozovic. Modric. Tries to get it forward quickly. Kovacic. Lovren. Lovren drives it forward. Amrabat. Masrari. Amala. And it's Boufal. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Brozovic. Kramaric. Whistle's gone, that's foul. This could fall anywhere. Repelled by the keeper. And it's Brozovic. Danger averted for now. Kovacic. Perisic. And the weighted pass. And that has been cleared. And it's Sosa. Kovacic. Modric. Brozovic. Modric. Kramaric! It's there! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part is the technique. It screams goal all the way.
Croatia get themselves a two-goal cushion.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Hakimi. Hoists it forward. Lovren. Can't get the better of his opposite number.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Masrari. Kramaric. Kovacic. Sosa. Perisic. Kovacic. Brozovic.
Steered forward. Well positioned to make that interception.
Hakimi.
And it's played forward.
Modric. Kramaric. Pasalic.
Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? And that's been levered clear. In again. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Croatia really have been alive to interceptions and picking off any loose balls.
Hakimi.
Ziyech. Amrabat.
Modric. Kramaric. Kramaric. Pasalic. Cleared away. Modric. Perisic. Modric. Brozovic. Pasalic.
He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one.
Amala.
Forward it goes.
Modric.
Kramaric gets his foot in there.
Kramaric has got himself a free kick.
Modric against the crossbar. Out of play for a goal kick. Plays it over to the other flank.
Hakimi.
Kovacic battles to win it back.
And it's Perisic. Modric. Modric goes looking.
It's always a good time to register and lay down an early marker in the second half. They clearly had exactly that in mind and have gone about their business with absolutely the right commitment.
Amala. Tries to get it forward quickly. Amrabat. Hakimi. Ziyech. Now what's he got in mind? Amala. Amrabat. Amala. How about a shot? It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Modric. Lovren. Modric. And it's Amrabat. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Just brushed off the ball there. Amrabat. Hakimi hoists it forward. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Lovren. Kovacic. Hakimi. Ziyech. Amrabat. Buffal. Amrabat eyeing that space. And that's been levered clear. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Buffal. That's a good ball. Big chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
And he's there to hoof it away. Been taken short, whipped in, forward it goes. And it's played forward. It's a throw in. Masradi. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Kovacic. More than happy to take the muscular approach. It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Kovacic. Forward it goes. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Amala. Oh, it's Buffal. Right through the middle. Perisic. Lovren. Brozovic. That's been drilled forward. Modric plays it long. And it's hoisted clear. Brozovic. Pasalic has created one goal already. And it's Pasalic. Hakimi. Oh, terrible mistake. Amala. Asradi. Asradi plays it forward. Modric. Lovren. Modric. Brozovic. Lovren. Lovren drives it forward. Hakimi. Amala. Plays it out to the wing. Brozovic. Modric. Tries to get it forward quickly. Modric. It's a loose ball. Amrabat. Amala. Asradi. Hakimi. Amrabat. Brozovic did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Be more accurate. Ziyech. Amrabat. Hoists it forward. Lovren. Pasalic. And it's played forward. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Amrabat. Asradi. Buffal. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Sosa. Kovacic. Brozovic. Modric. Lovren. Modric. And it's Pasalic. Hit into the middle.
They didn't manage to get nearly enough into the box, and that speaks of little ambition.
Ziyech. Hakimi. Ziyech. Perisic. Sosa. And here's Perisic. Well played, he saw that coming. Ziyech. Amrabat. Buffal. Amala. Asrari. Hoists it forward. Well positioned to make that interception. Lovren. Modric. Lovren. Lovren goes looking. Brozovic. Kovacic. Modric. Tries to get it forward quickly. Amrabat. Amala. Forward it goes. Buffal. Ziyech. Kovacic gets it back. Modric. Sosa. Sosa plays it forward. Amala. Buffal. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Forward it goes. Amala. Buffal. Hakimi. Amrabat. Hakimi. Amrabat. Ziyech. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Lovren. Lovren goes looking. Ball's gone out of play. Buffal. It's a good foot in there. Brozovic. Modric. Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. And he's going long. Sosa is charging up on the overlap. And the header! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. You may well regret that, you know.
Tries to switch the play. Has gone out. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
The referee's awarded a free kick. And it's Ziyech. Played in by Ziyech. Modric knocks it away. Lovren drives it forward. Ball is over the line. He's looked long this time. Modric. Modric. Kovacic. Lovren. Modric. And it's been taken straight back. Lovren. Modric hoists it forward. Played out to the right. Pasalic. Kramaric has made his mark on this game. Defence has got rid of that. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Sosa. And it's Perisic. No question, that's a foul. Parrott is there to heave it away. Brozovic. A really good feat. Modric. Sosa. Kovacic. Perisic. Sosa. And here's Perisic. And he's there to clear it. Hakimi. Across the field it goes. He's made sure that that won't get through. Kovacic. Brozovic. And it's Pasalic. Parrott with the foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Clears it out of harm's way. Brozovic. Sticks in a foot to win it back. He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. We can get that clear. And it's Sosa. Perisic. Perisic. Sosa. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Lovren positions himself well and cuts it out. And here's Kovacic. Amala. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Amrabat. Ziyech. And it's played forward. He could be in, goes for goal! He scored!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Called on it, he was only too happy to repay that.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Morocco get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Perisic drives it forward. Sosa. Modric. Brozovic. Brozovic goes looking. Pasalic. Shot a goal! And that would have been game, set and match.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game.
Into stoppage time, they must make something of this. Gorgeous control there. Almost there, and the players can feel it.
And it's Amrabat.
They are right into last chance territory.
Morocco have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
And here's Perisic. Finds himself eased off the ball.
Croatia can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Brozovic. Hoists it forward. Masrari does well to read it and intercepts. Amrabat.
Hakimi.
Ziyech.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Amrabat. Amala. Masrari. Ziyech is onto it and can take it up.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue the situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Lovren. Forward it goes. Oh, good interception. Amrabat. Masrari. That's a throw. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift. Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Amrabat. Amala. Masrari. Lovren. Kovacic.
Croatia probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Looks to thread it through. Oh, that's lovely. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Lovren. Modric. Keeper sends it forward. Brozovic. Sosa. Ball's out on the left now. He's played him through. Done very well to intervene. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Defending of the desperate variety. Brozovic. Ziyech.
Gets away from his opponents.
Hakimi.
Puts his foot on the gas. Kovacic. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, it is no substitute for the final itself, but the tone overall is congratulatory. They bow out on a high, pride restored. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and importantly, it offered the right result.